Hello everybody and welcome to another video. And today I'm going to be looking at a band I have heard of, but I've never actually listened to any of their music. It's the band Falling in Reverse. Now, like I said, I have heard of them before, but, you know, nothing's ever actually inspired me to check out their music. So today is a first. As is my norm, a band that I don't know much about. I tried to do a little bit of research. And I found that Falling in Reverse is an American rock band that formed in 2008 by lead vocalist Ronnie Radke while he was incarcerated. The band's original name was From Behind These Walls, but was later named to Falling in Reverse shortly after the formation of the band. Now, the reason why Radke was in prison, I don't know. Let's have a quick shufty. Let's see. In 2006, Ronnie Radke was involved in an altercation in Las Vegas that resulted in his friend fatally shooting an 18-year-old man in self-defense. While Radke did not actually shoot the victim, he was indicted on charges relating to his owning brass knuckles that he brought to the altercation. Well, that wasn't very clever now, was it? Anyway, that's not important. That's not relevant. So they released their debut album in 2011, The Drug in Me Is You, which peaked at number 19 on the Billboard 200. So, you know, they formed in 2008, but they didn't release an album until 2011. That's quite a space, quite a gap. But anyway, today we're going to be looking at a track, called Watch the World Burn. Now, I was recommended this by a very, very good friend of mine. I don't know anything about the song itself, but they told me that the video is possibly the best video they have seen in a very long time. They've said it's their video of the year. Given that it's only February, there's still time for that to change. But, you know, they still said the video to it is brilliant. So here's hoping that the video itself doesn't get blocked. Because I'm very curious to see, because they thought it was apparently very, very good. I've got lyrics here, although they are on Genius Lyrics, and we all know how sketchy they can be, but fingers crossed, you know, they've actually been useful to me in recent times. So yeah, I don't actually know the exact style of music. It just says they're a rock band, so I'm not sure how heavy they are or what style their music is. So we'll jump into this and see what we've got. So, Watch the World Burn by Falling in Reverse. Let's have a look.
Yeah. I got voices in my head again, tread carefully, and I don't medicate, it helps me temporarily. I got problems, I got issues, yeah, apparently. Trauma that I'm burying, I think I need some therapy. I battle depression, I'm back with a message. I'm asking the question that if you hate me, why you acting obsessive? I'm past the point of no return, fuck being passive aggressive. I'll brandish a weapon, teach all you motherfuckers a lesson. Yeah. I actually battle my demons and shallows, and swimming the deep and the creep in the shallows. I'm lost. Gotta admit that I'm living the life that I've always wanted, but it comes to the cost. Yeah. They're licking the charms, they're fixing to rip me apart. I'm swimming with stars, I'm lifting the bar, I'm lifting the end of the stars. I'm like I shot up a adrenaline, mixed with some redolence. Started a battle, but bitch, I'm gonna finish it. Think you can stop me, not even a little bit. Nowadays, everybody's so sensitive. Picking my words and you picking apart. Tripping on nothing, just get in the car. Ripping and ripping and sticking the mark. I'm tipping that charge. I got enemies trying to get rid of me. Evil tendencies are fucking with me mentally. I got people that don't like me in the industry. I can feel your energy, you were not a friend of me. Cause I have been to places that you never wanna go. Yeah, I got dirt on people, but they act like I don't know. Yeah, I can do some damage, but I'll never rock the boat. All it takes is one post with some fun like dominoes. You never get rid of me, too many enemies whipping my imagery. You know my history, it ain't a mystery. Put every enemy out of their misery. Somebody send me some positive energy. About to go dark, I'm about to go dizzy. Into the darkness, into infinity. Shut you motherfuckers up. Listening? Stacking every little pretty penny that I'm getting, and I'm never giving in to anybody. Always winning, never kidding when I die. I'm taking everybody with me. You're never gonna get me, cause you never see it simple. Yeah, my motherfucking God, you're a light gone. I'm a time bomb, and a vibe's wrong. It's my fault. I'm killing syllables of the letter of Philip. I'm a lyrical, typical super villain. I'm venomous, and I'm never gonna stop until they put me on top of the list. I can't control the monster any longer that's inside. The pain and sorrow left us solo. No tomorrow's hard to swallow. Death is calling, so I'm falling. Tightrope walking.
Oh, what's going on? Well, there we go. Watch the World Burn by Falling in Reverse. And there was a little bit of a stutter there. For some reason the video paused momentarily, and I don't know why. Very interesting. The video itself kind of reminded me a bit of a Marvel movie. You know, the whole sort of superhero thing, lots of CG going on. What the hell there was a random devil doing halfway through the video? Damned if I know. But you got to say, it was quite high production value on the video. You know, it was pretty good. I was expecting something a bit more spectacular, but still, it was a pretty decent video. Now, when I first looked at the lyrics of this, I thought this is going to be a long song because there is a lot of lyrics. Turns out, no, it's not actually that long of a song. But then again, I wasn't expecting sort of hip-hop rapping for about 75% of the song. But again, like I said, I've never actually listened to the band before. I didn't know what their style of music was. So, you know, I had no idea I was going to be walking into hip-hop mixed with, you know, heavy metal, you know, because we had three distinctive vocal styles throughout this track. You know, we had the rapping, we had the clean vocals, and then right at the end for the last 6 to 8 lines was sort of more, I wouldn't say death metal screaming, but more sort of grindcore, maybe, sort of screaming. Now, I spent so much time watching the actual video, I didn't actually read many of the lyrics. But it seems to be sort of maybe talking about a mix between dealing with mental health and coming to terms with the world being a piece of shit that it is, you know, given the fact that the world seems to be in a shit state, and it's sort of coming to terms with that and trying to figure out what to do about it. That's the vague idea I'm getting from what I saw. So the actual lyrics go, yeah, I got voices in my head again, tread carefully, and I don't medicate, it helps me temporarily. I got problems, I got issues, yeah, apparently. Trauma that I'm burying, I think I need some therapy. I battle depression, I'm back with a message, I'm asking a question, that if you hate me, why are you acting obsessive? I'm past the point of no return, fuck being passive aggressive, I'll brandish a weapon, teach all you motherfuckers a lesson. So right from the get-go he said, you know, I got voices in my head again, tread carefully, you know, because I'm, you know, I might be psycho. I don't medicate, it helps me temporarily, so he doesn't bother with antidepressants and stuff like that because it's only a temporary fix. And I do know a lot of people who take antidepressants who are supposed to take antidepressants who don't, because the side effects of those tablets, pills, whatever, are far worse than having to struggle day to day. And, you know, I can kind of understand that, because, you know, the antidepressants that I take are bloody horrendous, you know, and some of the side effects I get from them is ridiculous. I mean, when you actually look at the side effects of the antidepressants I take, you know, it says side effects may cause depression, may cause, like, stomach upset, and one of the side effects is death. That's a hell of a side effect, isn't it? But anyway, so yeah, he's saying, you know, I don't take these tablets because it's only a temporary fix. It's not really helping me in the long term. He says, I've got issues, yeah, apparently. I've got trauma that I'm burying. I think I need some therapy. So, you know, he even says, I battle depression. And there's a line in there that I quite like. If you hate me, why are you acting obsessive? And this is something that I've always found hilarious. Is like, when people say they hate you, people say they don't like you, you know, people pick on you and bully you. But the thing is, they say they don't like you, but they're so obsessed with you that they cannot stop you know, talking about you, how much they hate you. You know, so they're literally obsessed with you. They're obsessed with the idea of hating you. It's like, if you hate me so much, why don't you just completely ignore me, ignore my existence, and walk away? Because if you don't like me, surely you don't want me to be an integral part of your life. But with you keep pursuing me, specifically just to bully me, to annoy me, to attack me, you know, you're keeping me within your life. So if you know what, it makes no sense. If you don't like me, just ignore me. Just leave me out of it. You know, you don't have to come anywhere near me. You don't even have to look in my direction. You know, if you don't like me, why does it seem like you're so obsessed with me? You know, what is wrong with you? He says, I'm past the point of no return. Fuck being passive aggressive. So it's, you know, rather than being passive aggressive, I'm going full on assault. I'm coming straight at you because, you know, I'm sick of tiptoeing around this. I'm going to do something about it now. And he even says there, I'll brandish a weapon, teach all you motherfuckers a lesson. So it's about, yeah, rather than fanning about, dancing around the edges, I'm just coming straight at you and I'm going to show you what it is, you know. I actually battle my demons and shadows. They swim in the deep and they creep in the shallows. I'm lost. I got to admit that I'm living the life that I've always wanted, but it comes at a cost. They're licking their chops. They're fixing to rip me apart. I'm swimming with sharks. I'm lifting the bar. I'm lifting it to the stars. I'm like a shot of adrenaline mixed with some Ritalin. You started a battle, but bitch, I'ma finish it. You think you can stop me? Not even a little bit. Nowadays, everybody's so sensitive. Yeah, taking my words and you picking it apart. Tripping on nothing, just get in a car. Gripping and ripping, I'm sticking the mark. I'm tipping the charts. Now, there's a few lines in there that I quite like as well. So, you know, I'm living the life that I've always wanted, but it comes at a cost. So it's like, I'm living how I want to live, but there are downsides to it. You know, there are sacrifices I've had to make, and sacrifices that I may still need to make in order to live this life. And you know, he could easily be talking about himself here, you know, because with fame does come negative connotations. Is that the word I'm looking for? You know, like, it's all very, you know, he wanted to be a musician. He wanted to be famous. But there are downsides to that. Like, you're constantly getting hounded. You're constantly getting followed. You know, you got the media, the press following you, picking apart every little thing that you've done. You know, he even says there, they're licking the chops, fixing to rip me apart. You know, because, you know, these media people, as soon as they find the smallest weakness or the tiniest indiscretion, they're going to pick at that until they rip it wide open and try and, like, rub salt in the wound and make a big deal out of absolutely nothing. You know, he even says that I'm swimming with sharks. So, you know, he feels like he's got these predators constantly around him. I'm like a shot of adrenaline mixed with some Ritalin. Now, isn't Ritalin what they give? It's an American drug, isn't it? I don't think we have that over here in the UK. But as far as I know, that's to suppress things. It's like you give it to people with ADHD. You know, so if it's a shot of adrenaline, if it's an upper mixed with a downer, what's that? Can't imagine it's very good. But anyway, you started a battle, but bitch, I'ma finish it. It's like, yeah, you've come at me, you're attacking me, but you can guarantee I'm gonna knock you on your ass. You know, you can keep coming at me all you want, you ain't taking me down. You know, I'm gonna fight until, you know, I'm standing over your bloody beaten body, basically. He even says, hey, you think you can stop me? Not even a little bit. You know, you can try all you want to take me down. You can try all you want to stop me from living the life that I want, from doing the things I want to do. But you ain't got a snowball's chance in hell, mate. You know. And there's this line. I love this line. Nowadays, everybody's so sensitive. And this is so accurate these days. Everybody is looking for a reason to get pissed off and upset about anything and everything. You know, you can't say a fucking thing without somebody feeling insulted, someone complaining, someone being offended. You know, everybody's got to complain about fucking everything, and it drives me fucking nuts. You know, like, back in the day, we had some of these. When I say back in the day, making myself feel really. Well, I'm really old. I'm 43 soon. Shit. Anyway, back when I was younger, you had these comedians that came out with some of the most blue and graphic jokes you could possibly imagine. And, people found it funny. Some people found it offensive. But you didn't get these fucking keyboard warriors that you get today sitting there bitching, moaning, pissing and whinging about every little fucking thing. Like, there's people complaining about Jimmy Carr. Someone found one of his jokes offensive. They obviously know nothing about the guy because all of his jokes are offensive. He's not picking on gay people. He's not picking on race. He's not picking on gender or anything like that. He's picking on everybody equally. But there's this little fucking pathetic little weenies sitting there going, oh no, he said something and I don't like it, so now we've got to cancel him. But these are also the same people who are complaining about cancel culture. And nowadays everybody's so sensitive. It's like, another thing that really pisses me off at the moment is all these restaurants and like food producers who are now creating plant-based foods. And all these meat eaters are getting so angry about it. Why? It's not affecting your life in any way. You don't have to eat it. No one's forcing you to eat it. So why are you so pissed off about it? They don't care about these people like me who have, like, severe food allergies. People like my younger brother. If he has so much as the tiniest drop of milk, it sends him into anaphylactic shock and could be potentially fatal. So offering people these plant-based alternatives is a good thing. If you don't want it, don't eat it. But why are you so pissed off at the fact that everybody's moving forward in this direction? Why are you so upset? It doesn't affect your life. Stop being such unbelievable pussies. Just get on with your life. That was a little bit of a rant there, wasn't it? Anyway, so yeah, he goes, nowadays everybody's so sensitive. Taking my words and you pick it apart, so they're picking apart every little thing that he says, trying to find something to be pissed off about. Anyway, carries on. I got enemies trying to get rid of me. Evil tendencies are fucking with me mentally. I got people that don't like me in the industry. I can feel your energy. You're not a friend to me. Because I have been to places that you never want to go, yeah. I got dirt on people, but they act like I don't know, yeah. I could do some damage, but I'll never rock the boat. All it takes is one post, watch them all fall like dominoes. Again, I like this bit as well. He's got people that don't like him. Everybody's got people that don't like them. And all these people are trying to get rid of me. And he's like, evil tendencies are fucking with me mentally. So, like, all these people that are, like, hounding me, attacking me mentally, physically, verbally, and he's sitting there thinking, you know what, I could actually do something rather nasty to them if I really wanted to. He says, I got people that don't like me in the industry. So there are other bands, that don't like him. There are record producers, record companies maybe that don't like him. I can feel your energy. You're not a friend to me. It's like, I can feel your hate, but, I don't care. You're not my friend. Why should it bother me? He says, I've been to places that you never want to go. So, like, he's probably been in, like, severe depths of depression. He's been to prison. We know this. So, these are places people don't want to go. And he's saying, look, I've been to some of the darkest places anybody could possibly imagine, and you don't want to go there. But I've been there, and I've survived it. So, don't fuck with me. It says, I got dirt on people, but they act like I don't know. So it's like, I know some shit about you, so you keep pushing me, mate. I could, he even says there, I could do some damage, but I'll never rock the boat. All it takes is one post and watch them all fall like dominoes. So it's like, I know this shit about you. I know some shit that could cause you real problems, but I'm not the kind of person who's just going to create drama for the sake of it. I'm not going to rock the boat. I'm not going to just sit there and slag you off and bitch and piss about you. I'm going to, I could, if I wanted to, I could really fuck up your life, but I'm not that kind of person. You'll never get rid of me. Too many mini-me's ripping my imagery. You know my history, it ain't a mystery. I put every enemy out of their misery. I hate it when they do that. Somebody send me some positive energy. About to go Darth, about to go Disney. into the darkness, into infinity. And shut you motherfuckers up, you listening. Too many mini-me's ripping my... You know, you'll never get rid of me. Too many mini-me's... Too many mini-me's ripping my imagery. Wow, that is a mouthful. So you'll never get rid of me, you know. Too many mini-me's. These are... That could possibly be referring to fans, you know. People who want to dress like him. People who want to be like him, you know. He says they're ripping my imagery. So, you know, people that are out there copying his look, copying his... you know, style of music sort of thing, you know. He says that you know my history, you know what I've been through, you know that, for example, I've been to jail, you know, it's no mystery, you know, I've been very open about it, it's no secret, so you can't use it against me, everybody knows anyway. That line there, I'm about to go Darth, about to go Disney. Now, obviously, that's a reference to Star Wars and Disney, and now Star Wars is owned by Disney. Into darkness, into infinity and beyond, you know. Very clever. Anyway, so there's a little bit of humour going on in there. Stacking every little pretty penny that I'm getting, and I'm never giving in to anybody, always winning, never kidding. When I die, I'm taking everybody with me. You're never going to get me because you'll never see it, simply. I'm a motherfucking god. You're a light yawn. I'm a time bomb. The vibes are wrong. Is the mic on? I'm killing the syllables with a loaded refillable. I'm a lyrical typical supervillain. I'm venomous. And I'm never going to stop until they put me on top of the list. So stacking every little pretty penny that I'm getting. So he's like, I'm sitting here counting my money. You know, I'm making loads of money. You might hate me, but I've got lots of money. You know, so I don't give a shit about you. He says, I'm never giving in to anybody. I'm always winning. Never kidding. And when I die, I'm taking everybody with me. So, you know, all this shit that I've got on you lot, when I die, everybody's going to find that shit out and you're coming to hell with me. I like it. So yeah, it got very rappy towards the end there with the I'm killing with the syllables with a loaded refillable. I'm lyrical typical supervillain. I'm venomous. You know, these are lines that you typically hear in rap music. And then there's a pre-chorus that says, I can't control the monster any longer that's inside. The pain and sorrow left us hollow. No tomorrow's hard to swallow. Death is calling, so appalling. Tightrope walking. Now I'm falling down like missiles falling from the sky. Come and save us. The pain and sorrow left us hollow. Here today, but gone tomorrow. So the pain and sorrow left us hollow. No tomorrow's hard to swallow. So everything, all this like suffering that we've been through, sort of left us hollow inside, left us feeling empty. You know, no tomorrows, and it's hard to swallow. You know, so every day looks bleaker and bleaker and bleaker, and eventually there's going to be no more tomorrows, and it's a hard thing to swallow, knowing that it's all going to end. It says death is calling. And then at the end it says, the pain and sorrow left us hollow, here today, but gone tomorrow. The pain inside is the fuel that drives the flesh and the bone through the blood-red skies. And then he laughs. The death-defying, hypnotizing, one day you're gonna figure out that everything that they taught you was a lie. Watch the world burn. Now, throughout the video, there was constant imagery of like churches, religious people, and he was pretty much destroying it. Right at the end, he pretty much destroyed the church, and he's made no secret over several years that he doesn't hate Christianity, he hates organized religion in general, and it's something that I agree with, because organized religion is responsible for so many of the bad things in the world. These people that, the Bible says, gays are evil, gays are wrong, etc. This is also the same book that says if a woman gets pregnant by a man who rapes her, she should be forced to marry that man. This is supposed to be a book of morals and goodness, yet it's saying if a woman is raped and is impregnated by her rapist, she should have to marry the man that assaulted her? You know, these are the sort of things that make me really question, you know, this supposed book of morality. When people say God is all loving, yet in the Bible he killed like 20 million people, and Satan, who's supposed to be the epitome of all evil, kills a grand total of 10. Who's the real bastard? You know, the whole thing of organised religion is hypocritical. It's bullshit. It's one person forcing their agenda on the masses at large. And the thing is, people sit there and gobble it up. Like, there's all these women that follow Catholicism and Christianity, you know, without question. Yet if they actually read that bloody book, they would realise that the book is written by misogynistic, sexist pigs. You know, women throughout the Bible are treated as lesser beings. You know, they're treated as slaves, basically. So why the hell would any self-respecting woman follow that religion? You know, so I agree with him, you know. And it says there, everything they taught you was a lie, watch the world burn. So again, it's like these religious sermons where these pastors, these padres, these vicars, reverends, whatever you want to call them, they sit there and they only pick out little specific parts that sound good. They never actually mention all the really horrible, cruel, evil stuff, like, for example, when God murdered all those children. Or, let's see, when God decided to drown the entire planet because mankind developed its own level of consciousness and he didn't like that. He's like, no, I want to start again. So he killed off everybody except Noah and his family and all of the animals and went, right, I'm starting again. And then had to put up a rainbow to remind himself never to do it again. As if he needed a reminder not to commit mass genocide. You know. So he says there, watch the world burn. Once everybody realises that everything you told us was bullshit, the world is going to fall apart. And then right at the end it says, the fear keeps you alive, break the fucking chains, take back your life. The fear is what keeps you insane, break the fucking chains, take away the pain. So, yeah, you know, he's basically, like I say, he's basically talking about, you know, the world being a shitty place as it is, his own mental health, and the fact that people are constantly coming at him, trying to take him down. And he's like, you ain't taking me down, motherfucker. You know, I'm standing tall, I'm standing strong. And if I'm going down, you're coming with me, boy. You know. So, you know, it was actually a pretty good song. It was a very, like I said, it was very hip-hop oriented, and I wasn't expecting that at all, because, I mean, they were described as a rock band. But, you know, I've said many times, you know, I quite like some rap, I quite like some hip-hop. You know, I'm not averse to listening to this. I like all sorts of music. So, you know, it was a good piece of music. I liked it. The video, like I said, was pretty good. High production value, a little bit odd, but still, pretty good. Quite liked it. I really should check out some more of their music. I'm sure people have mentioned it before. I could be wrong. But yeah. I don't know what else to say on that, so I'll leave that as it is. Now, if you enjoyed this video, maybe consider giving it a like and maybe even subscribe if you're not already, because that would help me out quite considerably. But yeah, thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.